I can see what's happening, but they don't have a clue. They'll fall in love, and that's the bottom line. Our trios become two.
Hey guys, what's happening? I'm Michael here with Dylan.
Dylan.
We're here to give you a punch in the week, namely a sucker punch. Isn't that right?
Sucker punch.
Ow. So yeah, we got to see the movie.
The pre-screening of the movie.
On Wednesday, which is 2 days.
2 days ago.
Yeah. So, what'd you know about the movie before you entered it?
Actually, I didn't know anything about the movie. My friend just kind of invited me. His mom works for Warner Brothers, and he invited me, and I asked you to come along and to see a pre-screening of Sucker Punch.
I was the third wheel. It's great.
Yeah. Sexy.
I didn't know anything either. I knew it was about chicks and guns and giant samurais.
I thought it was going to be a comedy from...
with the Jim Carrey.
Well, Chris Farley was in it.
Spoilers, Chris Farley was resurrected from the dead to be in this movie.
He played a chef.
Beverly Hills chef.
In a Japanese restaurant. I don't speak Japanese.
No one will get that reference.
No. Unless you've seen... Alright, whatever. Yeah.
But after the movie, what did you think about it?
Well, it's pretty good. It's she was very different from most movies I've seen. It was kind of like a mixture between Kill Bill and Sin City. I thought the way, like the cinematography, the kind of way it was filmed, but it was a little confusing at some points too.
Yeah, because there was 3 layers of reality, I guess it would be called. I don't know what they call it. But there's like 3 layers to the movie, and it gets confusing when they switch back and forth, and just really quickly they'll switch back and forth without you knowing.
Yeah, and the girls were pretty hot too. I mean, a few of them caught my eye right off the bat.
Beautiful women in this movie. That's a high point for this movie.
Yeah.
I really like the action scenes. Action scenes were really good.
Well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but Astar from Planet Danger riding a subway. These time they don't put their arms back on.
It was full of references people may not get. Someone's going to search it up and ask. It's the craziness of the action scenes was actually really cool. It was very Zack Snyder-y. Everything from you watch 300, you watch Watchmen, all that type of Macho Man,
Macho Woman, and
all that type of craziness in the fight scenes is what really shines in that movie.
The thing I like about the different realities is they're all set at different time zones, I guess. Like feudal Japan, for instance, at the beginning. I mean, they had chain guns, which didn't really make much sense, but I guess it did. I've never been to feudal era Japan.
McFly went back in time to feudal Japan.
Chain guns.
Chain guns.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just found the setting interesting in each of the trances she went into.
Trances, something like that. It's some sort of form that she went into is really weird.
Yeah, it's
pretty intense though. It was pretty intense. I think it got really boring when it got to the storytelling and just when it went back to reality and kind of made the girls talk to each other and see what they were like inside. But then when it got to the fantasy things, it started picking up a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I sat through the movie and it was kind of when will the next fantasy scene come up? Because I want to see what crazy idea is next.
Yeah. I mean, we may as well give them a summary of the movie. I mean, how it goes, because it's kind of confusing. I mean, this might help people out if.
Can you sum it up?
All right. So pretty much, this girl starts off in a house with her mother's dead. Was it her mother?
Her mother's dead.
Yeah. Her mother's dead, and she leaves a will to their housekeeper or stepdad or.
It's the stepdad and it's the baby doll is played by Emily Browning, and she has a sister at the beginning.
Yeah.
And basically, the stepdad opens the will, thinks that all the money's going to him or whatever. Turns out it's actually going to the daughters.
So, I'm not going to say what happens, but things get a little crazy around the house, and she gets sent to a mental institution by her stepdad. And through that institution, she meets a group of other girls that were sent there for some reason. I don't think it explained it, did it?
No, they were just there.
Well, a few of them it explained, but we'll let you find out about that. And pretty much from there, she has this ability to hypnotize people while she dances, I guess.
Yeah, she would do this sexy dance, and then it would send you into a fantasy world where she would meet this wise man who basically told her how to get out, or what she needs to find. And then basically the rest of the movie is just her grouping up with the other girls in the institution to get out of it, basically.
Oh! Chris Farley. that shocked me.
You guys watch the movie, and when you look at the chef, do not lie to yourself and say that's not Chris Farley. It completely is. I don't believe that he's dead. I believe that he's alive and making movies still.
Yeah, the characters are pretty convincing too. The antagonist, what do you remember his name was?
His name was Blue in the movie.
Blue? Well, he has a pretty sweet mustache, first of all. But yeah, I actually over time watching the movie, I learned to hate him a lot.
Yeah, you really hate him.
He's very, very.
You almost despise him by day. Like, you really are glad. You really want something bad to happen to him. That's how badly you hate him.
Mm-hmm. You're kind of rooting for the heroes, too. I mean, they are sexy.
Yep. Sexy women always good heroes. Which actually is, it's kind of weird that I think of it now as this is one of the few films that have like just a full-on cast of women heroes, basically.
Yeah.
It's really hard to ever. I guess Kill Bill would be one, but kind of.
Yeah, that's like Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels was one, but nowadays you rarely see it.
Yeah.
That was Ultraviolet. That was great.
I thought it was all right.
I haven't watched it.
But yeah, overall it was a pretty freaking cool movie, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd go watch it once, but I don't think I'd go again.
Although I do think some of the parts should be in 3D, even though I despise 3D. I think there was pretty cool scenes that would have been amazing in 3D.
Yeah, there were a bunch of scenes where I looked at you and then we were like, this should be in 3D because it clearly looks like they shot it for 3D with like stuff flying at you and stuff like that. And then it doesn't. It looks cool in 2D, but it would look cooler in 3D.
And after we locked eyes, we did the popcorn trick to each other and things just.
But there was no popcorn. So
we do it raw.
Chris Farley style,
Anyways.
But yeah, overall, I would say go look at it if you like 300 or Watchmen or anything else that Zack Snyder's done. If you like that type of movie, I'd say go watch it. If you don't like Zack Snyder,
then
don't go watch it. Pretty much is exactly the type of movie that Zack Snyder would make. And then, I'd go watch it once, but probably not more than once.
I agree. What are you giving it?
3 Badgers out of 5.
I'm giving it 5 Chris Farleys out of 6.
Is that how big Chris Farley is? That he'll go from a 5-star rating to make 6?
In my eyes, he's a pretty famous guy.
I don't know, man. Giving Chris Farley that is pretty intense.
All right, fine. I'll give it 4 blue mustaches out of 5.
I changed my mind. I give it 3 John Leguizamos out of 5.
Agreed.